Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today in our Facebook Live series by Workforce Solutions. My name is Jeanette Escalera, and my counterpart, Ricky Rendon, is also here. And today we are joined by Jasmine Hernandez, who is a workforce outreach specialist for Workforce Solutions. So, welcome, Jasmine, and we're very happy to have you here today.
Thank you.
So Jasmine, today we're going to learn about your role as a workforce outreach specialist here at Workforce Solutions and the type of work you do for youth in our region. So we're excited to see and for you to share some of the services that you promote and the way you connect with the school districts here in our community. So um, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about what you do and who you are?
Okay, so my name is Jasmine Hernandez, and I'm a workforce outreach specialist with Workforce Solutions. And I actually have a presentation, so we can get started with that. And it's going to give you a little bit more information on it. So in regards to our program, in the state of Texas, there's 28 local boards because it's so big. And we were one of the 7 lucky boards to actually get a grant to help students 6th through 12th grade. So as a workforce outreach specialist, what we do is that we partner with school districts. We partner up with colleges and universities, employers, and community partners. We serve students and parents, teachers and counselors, administrators, and region level staff. We tailor presentations to classrooms, small groups, large assemblies, and now because of the pandemic, we also started doing virtual presentations. The benefits for the students is that we can assist them with exploring careers and post-secondary options. And it's extremely important because we do not want them to get out of high school and go into the wrong career or go into college and pay for school and then decide that that's not what they want. So what we do is that we give them that option to explore different careers. I can give you an example. I had a student that was interested in going to be a nurse, and then we did a tool and she learned that they work a lot with blood or they deal with blood. And she was like, oh, that's nasty. That's not something that I want to do. So because of that, we went through other occupations. And she learned that a therapist was actually something that she wanted to do that was still related to the medical field. And then for post-secondary options, there's a lot of students that want to go to a specific university because of a football team, right? It happens. So what we do is that we show them what degrees that they offer. And then we also let them know, like, okay, if you want to relocate because of a football team, just be aware that you may have to pay an out-of-state student like your school tuition. And then the benefits for the staff is that we offer career fairs, days and expos, as in we help recruit or we can participate in them. We can be part of advisory boards, committees, councils, and then we can also provide labor market reports. The labor market reports can be used to be given to students so they can obtain more information, or they can provide them to the students so they can create any type of projects, or they may need those reports for any type of grants that the state may offer. So what is one of the biggest things that students are missing right now? Do you guys know? What are they lacking?
So, going back to the previous slide, I think making the informed choices is so important, right? So sometimes, like as was mentioned, we don't know all the options, especially when making such a big decision of choosing a career. So the type of information you share to make those informed choices is important. So knowing the options is one thing. And then another would be having those transferable skills and knowing what they are, such as the social skills to maintain and be successful in those and what we do, right?
So most definitely. So those social skills, those soft skills, that is actually very important. And because of technology, unfortunately, a lot of people are lacking those skills. And even more now that people are behind a screen doing everything from home, either work or school. So the great thing about us is that we have a job readiness curriculum, which was created by Flor Leal, which is our manager. And it is super beneficial for students. They can learn how to develop or enhance their active listening skills, critical thinking, problem solving and conflict resolution, time management. And then besides the 10 original modules that were created, there was 3 additional that were added, which were the self-advocacy, career exploration, and transition resources. And they focus on increasing the knowledge and skills necessary for individuals with disabilities to be successful in the workplace. This module is completely free. It's customizable. If a student, a teacher, an administrator just wants the students to complete 3 modules, they can do 3 modules. If they want to do all 13, if they want to do 6, in whichever order they want to do it, they can do that. We can do the train the trainer, where we train the trainer to actually go through the modules. And they can also earn CEUs through STC. And it's also recognized by SHRM, which we'll go into that a little bit later, a little bit more information on the module. So we also have another tool, which is super awesome. It's called Interview Stream Prep, and allows students and also the community to practice virtual interviews. A lot of employers are going into that segue, or they're going into that route and having job seekers do this. And then not only that, students can also practice their virtual interviews for college applications or for scholarships. So the capabilities are that it's customizable, it contains expert tips and webinars, it is compatible with PCs, Macs, and mobile phones, and then it's also conducive to distance learning. Students can receive feedback, and teachers can also provide it, or we can provide it to the students. They can polish their answers. It is a project-based learning tool. So if some teachers have a business class and some students want to be HR managers, they can create the questions for the other students and then go through them. And then they get to practice and enhance their essential soft skills because of the fact that it is timed and there is a deadline. On the controls, there is a self-assessment, a filler word count. So they get to count how many times they say the word like, or I mean, and they can add comments as well. On the assessment evaluation, they can evaluate themselves, or other people can evaluate them as through nonverbal communication, verbal communication, and then other. And then we also started using Google Suites, which is super awesome. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what it is. So through Google Suites, we're able to actually place all the job readiness curriculum material into it. So if we go into this folder, and let me go ahead and close this right here. You are going to see that we have the first form, which contains the overview, which is right here, the outline of the modules. And then if the community partner, if the teacher, the school wants the students to obtain CEUs through STC, we actually have the form that states what they have to do. Each folder contains, for example, let's go into the self-advocacy. It contains 2 folders, the teacher material and the student material. Under the teacher material, they're going to find the whole module with the facilitator notes, the answers, everything that they need to be able to provide that information to the students. And then an evaluation form as well. So we want to know what we can improve on. And then on the student materials, everything is noted in order. And because it is through Google, for example, if we go into the pre-test, the students just answer the questions. And then from there, they can click on submit and everything gets graded automatically. It's super easy. Let me go ahead and close this one out right here. Also in the district drives, we have the community resources for anything that we offer through Workforce Solutions for the community partners or for the districts. We have a folder for endorsements with the LMCI bulletin, so they can make informed decisions about what endorsement they're going to pick and what careers are offered through that endorsement. And then we have student assignments. So for example, we do Texas Reality Check as a tool so students can know how much money they have to earn to have a life where they're going to be fulfilled, right? So we have the tutorial video right here where the students can go through it by themselves. We have an assignment where students can complete so they can retain that information and teachers can use it as a participation grade. And then we also have a quiz. So for all of our tools and all of our information, they can find it on our Workforce Solutions page. So if we go ahead and click on here, they can find it under wfsolutions.org. And this is going to open in a little bit. So they would go to how we help, education, and then education resources. Here they're going to find all the information that I just provided. They're also going to find the Workforce Outreach Specialist. It is still being updated, so we still have to add Geneva to it. And then below it, they're going to find some of the districts that we work with. If they want to go through Live Binders to obtain the Job Readiness Curriculum with all the raw material, they can click on Download Job Readiness Curriculum. To go into interview stream prep, they can click on here. They can download selfie boards for their students. And then we have the Texas Workforce Commission links, downloadable resource, labor market information links, and then tutorial videos. Let me go ahead and move this back over here. So on the screen, you're going to see all the workforce outreach specialists that work in this board area. So we have Elizabeth Mesa, and she's working with Rio Grande CISD, Roma ISD, and San Isidro ISD. Geneva Scott with Donna ISD, Edcouch Elsa ISD, Edinburgh CISD, IDEA Edinburgh, and Mercedes ISD. I myself work with La Jolla ISD, Mission CISD, McAllen ISD. Irene works with La Sara ISD, Lyford ISD, Monte Alto, Raymondville, and Westlake ISD. And Yesenia with Hidalgo ISD, PSJA ISD, Vanguard Academy, and Valley View. Now, if it's a school district that is not listed on there, we can work with them as well. They just have to email us at getempowered@wfsolutions.org. And anything they need with it being either career related or post-secondary education, they can feel free to email us. Also, community partners, if they want to partner up with us so they can do interviews for students, they're more than welcome to email me at jasmine@wfsolutions.org as well.
That's great information, Jasmine. And I think we can all agree that there's a lot of benefits, right? In individuals tapping into these resources, again, to making informed choices and better decisions for their future. Because it's difficult making that long-term choice, right? Of what career we're going to choose and learning more about identifying our abilities and interests. So when you say that you work with these school districts, is there a particular age group, grade level that you're focusing on, or who can seek this type of help?
So we primarily focus on students that are between the grades of 6 through 12. We want to be there to help them make those decisions that are super important. So no age is too young, but 6th grade is the best one to start off with. Anything they need, we can do.
Great. So anyone can simply just email at
getempowered@wfsolutions.org
for any questions, to schedule an appointment, to learn more about these resources. Because I know this was just a brief overview of some of the top things, right, that are promoted, but there's many other services that y'all can do, right, such as presentations, and you mentioned train the trainer. So for that, someone can just simply email you and schedule an appointment, right? And that email goes to all the workforce outreach specialists that you've mentioned?
That is correct. So if they do not know who their assigned workforce outreach specialist is, and they do not have their email, they can definitely email us at getempowered@wfsolutions.org, and everybody in the team is going to obtain that. And like you stated, those were just a limited amount of services that we offer. We do everything. We do presentations, we do workshops, train the trainer, we assist with the career fairs, days, and expos. We assist with obtaining mentors. We assist with internships, anything that is going to assist the students in obtaining that knowledge to make informed decisions. We don't want them to go into college and then jump from major to major, or like I said, go into debt and then decide that that's not what they really wanted. So that's what we want to provide them with, all that valuable information.
I'm checking the live stream to see if there's any questions.
And for the tools and resources, Ricky, it's not only for the students. If there's parents that want to go in and they want to practice their virtual interview skills, they're more than welcome to use our tools. Or if they themselves want to go through Texas Reality Check, go for it. We have the information there for them.
And
right, and you mentioned.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say all of these services are absolutely free. Is that correct?
That is correct. Everything we do is completely free.
Perfect.
And who doesn't like free, right?
Yes.
I do not see any questions in the chat. I just see a comment from Rose Serafin, congratulating you on the work that you're doing. So thank you, Rose. Any final comments that you'd like to share, Jasmine, with those viewing this video?
No, I really don't have anything else to say. If, like I said, if they have any questions, they can feel free to contact us.
Great. Well, thank you so much. And I can see how your team is adapting, right, to the needs of our community. Going through a virtual world comes with challenges, but also opportunities. And I can see that utilizing Google and virtual platforms has served as a way to remain connected and continue serving students. So, for those of you listening, parents, teachers, students, and the community, right, these services are available to continue serving you and learning about opportunities available. The target occupations and labor market information is so important, and it's nice to be informed about that. So once again, the email is getempowered@wfsolutions.org to connect with the outreach specialist and learn more about the plethora of services available. So thank you, Jasmine, for spending some time with us today. And it was great learning about you and the work that you do. Thank
Thank you
you.
for having me.
Thank you, Jasmine. We'll see everyone in 2 weeks. Have a great day.